Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I came up with this really pretty pop of color bronzy makeup look because Coachella is just around the corner, and I wanted to come up with a look that was a little bit easier if you aren't into makeup or you don't want to have like crazy face paint on your face, because I know that all of the festival makeup looks are pretty out there. So I wanted to do a simpler look for you that still includes a little pop of color, so it's still in the festival genre. So if you guys want to see how I got this makeup look today, then please keep on watching. Alright guys, so I've already done my brows off camera, so I'm going to go into my brand new BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. I will list everything down below. The first color I'm going to go into is Brick, and I'm using my Morphe M433 brush. It's a nice medium-sized brush, so it really helps pack in the product right directly towards my crease, and I'm just moving that in window wiper motions back and forth to just get the most pigment possible. Next up, I'm going to go into Brick, and I'm using a tinier brush. I'm using my Morphe M506. This is one of my favorite brushes. It's super tiny but fluffy, so it allows the products to go in a tinier area while not being super blown out. And we're just going to start defining my crease and building it darker and darker and deeper into the crevices of my eye. Okay, now we're just gonna go into Caco, I think that's how you say it, which is that dark brown from the palette. And again, we're just deepening this up with the exact same brush. So I'm just carving on my eyelid with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, just taking my time. Whenever I am doing like a cut crease or a halo eye, it's all about the brushes that you use. So just use a brush that's super flat and easy to carve out your concealer and the halo part. Alrighty, so I wanted to do something really colorful and bright, so I'm gonna go into Canary, which is this gorgeous yellow. It is so pigmented. I'm just gonna pop that all over my eyelid. Alrighty guys, jumping to my face before we finish off with the eyes, I'm gonna be trying out a new primer today. This is the Milk Makeup Hydrate Grip Primer. You guys know that I love my Smashbox Primizer, and I'm sad that I'm not going to be using it today, but I feel like I need to venture out and try something new. This literally, oh, there we go. This is like a gel texture. It is really sticky, which I know we all used to like our Nivea After Balm, you know, when that was a thing. Like, this is super sticky that like I feel like I'm kind of putting glue on my face, but that might be a good thing. We'll have to see. I'll have to like give you guys an update once I film this. I'll write in the comment section what I thought of this primer. I'm like really picky when it comes to my primers, so if this works, fantastic. I feel like this would be a good primer for keeping your makeup on. I just don't know how it's gonna blend with my foundation. I am really impressed with the eyeshadow. I feel like BH just kills it every time. I seriously love BH Cosmetics. They were the first company that I actually like splurged on when I just graduated from makeup school. Their prices are so amazing, and the pigment of their products are like unreal. As you guys probably know, I get sent so much PR packages, and it's funny because I'll give away like my good quality makeup, and then I have so much BH that I'm like so interested in, which BH is good quality to me, but it's like cheaper makeup, so it's just funny how that works out. But yeah, okay, we're gonna go into foundation. This is my favorite right now. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. I'm mixing two shades. This is the Y375 and then the Y225, and I'm gonna just put this all over my face. I like to just do kind of like 2 swipes of each color. Funny thing is the light shade actually matches me pretty well, but I can't accept me being that pale, so I still go ahead and mix in a darker shade, even though I probably don't need to. I'm buffing this out with my MOTD brush. This is the Beauty in the Base brush. Whenever I'm using like a cream product, I like using a really dense brush opposed to like a beauty sponge, because I really want to like blend the product into my skin. Wow, my skin is so sticky. It's definitely harder to buff this out compared to using my other primer, but I feel like it actually might be a really, really good primer. We'll have to see. One shitty thing about having my hair so light is whenever I like blend the product back into my hair, you can't get away with it. You just can't do that anymore, so it makes things a little bit trickier when I'm doing my face makeup, that's for sure. I'm gonna be using my Make Up For Ever Ultra HD Concealer in the shade 22. I do really like this concealer because it has a really nice lightweight consistency, but if you are buying this, I've said it before, it does oxidize, so this goes on really light and it'll go darker. It's funny because I do makeup master classes and like makeup workshops, so I ordered these concealers for my students' kids, and I have a few of the shades, so I swatched them on my arm and I like figured out what 3 good generic shades would be. So I did like a light one, a medium one, and then a more tan one. And when I got them in the mail, I got them so close to the date of my class, so I was really like pushing it. But when I got them in the mail, I kind of panicked because I was like, oh my god, I have 2 really light ones and then 1 medium one. Like where's the dark one? And when I swatched it afterwards, they oxidized so much that you could see the color range on my arm, but like in the bottles, you couldn't tell the difference between the light one and the medium one. So good thing I swatched it because I was like kind of panicking. So that's something to keep in mind, but I do actually really, really like this concealer. And I like formulas. Where's my beauty sponge? Oh, there we go. And I think because I'm using the Make Up For Ever Ultra HD Stick Foundation with this formula as well, it's kind of like the same consistency, so I feel like it blends together nicely. Maybe that's just a made-up thing that I think in my head, I'm not really sure, but it works, so I've been using it. So I'm just going to be bronzing up my face today with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I recently have been using this instead of contouring. I know, crazy. But I like it because it's a nice cool undertone, so you can kind of get away with like chiseling your features because it's a nice cool tone. It's not going to give you like that orange look. That's the one thing that I don't like when I bronze my face. I am bronzing my face right now. And typically when you use a bronzer, it has a really orange, like warm undertone, and it just doesn't vibe with me, so that's usually why I contour. But this just allows me to get the job done a lot faster. Okay, next I'm gonna be using my Burberry The Check palette. I think this is really gorgeous, and I think that bronzer and blush duos are gonna be huge this year because everybody just wants to go after that like sun-kissed, glowy, bronzy, rosy look. And I also feel like blush is gonna be huge this year. So the fact that there's like a 2-in-1, you can kind of just put it all over and it gives you the hint of like blush all over your face. I've been doing this on like my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and bringing it down. And you would never put blush on like your chest and your forehead, but because it's the duo, it just gives you like the right amount and it looks like you have that really pretty sun-kissed look. Okay, we're jumping back to the eyes so I can blow this out and make it look nice and snatched. So know what I've been liking really much lately is a good old paintbrush. So I think you get this from the dollar store or Michael's, and it has honestly made my life so much easier when I want to smoke out the bottom lash line. One, because it's a really tiny, thin edge, so in comparison to my other brushes, it's actually a lot skinnier if you compare them side by side. And 2, because it's really long, so it just makes your life so much easier. And if you're a makeup artist, using this on your clients makes your life so much easier, and it's a faster process, so your clients aren't gonna be like tearing up and uncomfortable, so you should check it out. So I'm gonna go into Brick, and we're just gonna start really blowing this out and diffusing the bottom. So I usually hold my mirror above my head so I can look up, see what I'm doing. You know, if you're holding it like down here, you don't have as much room to blend, so. Then I'm gonna go into Bark. And then I'm gonna go into the darkest color, Coca. I hope I'm saying that right. As you guys probably know by now, I'm the worst at pronouncing things and kind of not good at reading, so that's probably why. I'm just connecting these on the outside so everything looks like one eye. Look, everything's nice and connected and flows. So next I'm going to pick up this Revlon Wonder Swipe. This is like a gel liner, and instead of having like a sharp defined line, I'm just going to take a little bit at the back of my hand and kind of dab it on my eye just to give the yellow a little bit more of like a pop of bling. So, kind of like this. And then put that right into the center. And as you can see, that just gives your eye like that really gorgeous, blingy, wet look. I'm also just gonna bring in Golden Girl, which is that foiled shadow, the yellow shade from the palette, and I'm just gonna put that right at my inner tear duct to just bring a little bit of color here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on these Kiss Blowout Lashes. I've been recently obsessed with Kiss lashes. I feel like they're super natural, yet give you that little punch. So these are the Pixie Lashes. I love them. They're super fluffy and wispy. So I'm gonna put those on off camera and I'll be right back. So to highlight today, I'm gonna be using my Morphe x James Charles palette. I'm gonna go into this shade right here as well as this shade. I lately have been liking using this palette right here just because it's such a fair shade and I'm super fair right now, so I don't wanna use anything that's too dark and looks muddy on me. So I'm just gonna highlight really quickly. Also bringing that onto my brow bone. I'm gonna do just a tiny touch in my inner tear duct. I don't want to mask the yellow too much, but I just want it to pop a little bit better. And then of course down the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna go into my Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist. Since I use this primer, I feel like my skin, I feel like it looks really good, but I feel like it is definitely a lot more matte than I'm used to. So I'm just going to do my face up a little bit. And last but not least, we're gonna finish off with the lips. I feel like when you're at festivals, you always like wearing really cool makeup, but your lips always get super dry, especially being in a desert for Coachella. Your lips are probably gonna be dry. So I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. I'm gonna go into my Bare Minerals BarePro lipstick, and this is in the shade Bloom. And I also do have my Lip Agave by Bite Beauty lip mask on, so it gives my lips a little bit of hydration already. And we're just gonna do this. I'm just gonna line my lips just a touch, just to define them a little bit. So this is my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade 602. And I'm just going to give them a little bit of definition. And that way your lips look done, but they don't feel heavy and they don't feel crazy, and they're still very comfortable and wearable throughout the day. I wanna be alone with you. Alrighty guys, so here is the finished look. Let me know what you thought down below, and if you are gonna rock this look for Coachella, remember to tag me and to subscribe to my channel down below if you want to stay updated on all of my makeup looks, and click the bell on the top right corner and you can be notified every single time I post. Remember to check me out on Instagram if you're not yet already following me at juliatiannadxox, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. I'll take care of you.